What's going on, agents? Welcome back to the channel. One question keeps popping up lately. Is jumping into the Division 2 still worth it in 2026? We are gonna talk about a game that is almost 7 years old, but with the brand new Brooklyn DLC, brand new, being some months now, and the survivors mode on the horizon, the landscape has changed. Is this game a relic of the past, or is it still one of the best looter shooter you can play right now? Let's break down the content and the cost. First up, the content. What is there to actually do? If you're starting as a fresh agent, you are going to get overwhelmed, in a good way of course. You get massive open world in Washington DC and New York, packed with secrets and missions. For endgame, you've got the summit, a 100-floor skyscraper, the roguelite mode descent, and countdown, which is hands down the best way to farm targeted loot. Matchmaking in 2026 is still snappy. Find a group, jump in, and start the grind. If you're here for the lore, you can replay over 13 legacy manhunts, plus the major expansions, which are Warlords of New York and last year's Battle for Brooklyn. The amount of PvE content is staggering, and this is where Division 2 shines. Build diversity. Whether you want to play as a sniper, a healer, or an aggressive tank, it works. Honestly, no other looter shooter offers this level of customization. You can run status effect builds, stack skill tiers as a technician, go for pure weapon damage, or mix it up with hybrid builds. Personally, I love hybrids. You're not restricted here. You can truly min-max your playstyle. This means tons of loot to chase. We're talking exotics, high-ends, the classic rarity rainbow stuff you know about. And the arsenal keeps growing with new weapons and gear pieces. You've got main missions, strongholds, the incursion, and of course the two classic raids. Throw in global events, new mechanics, and seasons, and you will never run out of things to do, but we're not done yet. The big one is coming, the 10th anniversary and the mini season. This is the highlight for 2026. In March, the franchise celebrates 10 years, and Ubisoft is pulling out all the stops right after the current Mutiny season wraps up. Expect a dedicated anniversary pass, rewards, and the return of fan favorite mechanics from the first Division game. Yeah, you heard it right. Another highlight? Well, massive crossover events. Get ready for iconic outfits and gear from the Tom Clancy universe, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, and of course Rainbow Six Siege. There is also the limited time realism mode. Say goodbye to bullet sponge. The time to kill is brutal here. If you own Warlords of New York, this turns the game into a tactical hardcore shooter. It's a timed test run. No HUD, like no HUD, no minimap, and absolutely no health regeneration. Headshots and weak points are lethal, but remember, you're just as vulnerable. Ammo is scarce. It is complete shift from the usual loop. No leveling, no loot farming, just pure tactics. Now, let's talk about the survivors mode. It's not live yet, but it's slated for later in 2026, and it is a huge reason to start now. Fans have been begging for this. We're heading back to a frozen DC, led by Magnus Jensen, the brain behind Division 1 survival mode. Blizzards will kill you visibility. You start with nothing, literally naked. You need to scavenge for meds to stop the infection, find loot, and call in that extraction chopper before you freeze to death. It features both PvE variant for solos and a PvP version. The dynamic weather makes this infinitely replayable. Next point, the price. Crucially, never pay full price for this game. It is constantly on sale. You can usually snag the gold edition with all DLCs for around $15. And the best part, all players can now hit level 40 regardless of DLC ownership. If you're on a budget, check Xbox Game Pass or Ubisoft Plus. Monetization remains first strictly cosmetic, no pay to win mechanics here. Now, let's address the flip side, PvP and tech. If you're a pure PvP player, Division 2 shouldn't be your top pick right now. The dark zones are often quiet and balancing has been, let's say, neglected. Technically, the game shows its age. Still, no crossplay or cross progression between PC and console in 2026. Servers still struggle with those infamous delta errors, especially on patch dates. And new features like the AI companions in the season right now, sometimes they're just bugged out. But yeah, you get the point. Expect glitches. Some call the game bug vision for a reason. Looking at the long game, the Division 3. Ubisoft confirmed it it is officially in production. While Julian Girardi has moved on to the Battlefield game, I don't think the quality will suffer. Massive has plenty of smart people on board. However, don't expect it too soon. We are likely looking at 2028 or maybe 2029 release, probably on the PlayStation 6 generation. Until then, Division 2 is our home. There are also solid leaks about a definitive edition of Division 1. Yes, you heard it right, but nothing official yet. Keep your eyes peeled for the anniversary event in March for the roadmap on year 8. So, the verdict, is the Division 2 worth booting up in 2026 for PvE fans? Absolutely yes. The developer support is still there, player numbers are rising, and the community is super helpful to newcomers. So, with the 10th anniversary and Survivor's hype, there is no better time to jump in. And that's it for today. See you in the next one. Shoot to loot. Bye bye.